Christmas in July is here, so let's relive some of our favorite festive stories from last year. The 2022 Villages Christmas Parade was moved to Spanish Springs Town Square on December 2nd. Here's a peek inside that festive parade. For more than 20 years, the Sumter County Sheriff's Office has partnered with local bicycle clubs in the Villages to collect, build, and donate bicycles for its annual bicycle collection, which took place on December 2nd.
The Sheriff's Office has, as far as I know, always let people drop off their bikes that they're not going to use anymore. What is happening now is people are buying electric bikes and they're saying, oh, what do I do with this? And the word is out, drop it off at the Sheriff's Office. They'll take anything, and we do. We take anything. Bikes that you think are never going to work sometimes are pieced together with other bikes that aren't going to work, and we end up with a bike or two out of it. We focus on the kids because, you know, that's a pull on the heartstring. But yes, many adults are also beneficiaries of that. The kids are very excited. For some of them, it's the only gift they get. Villagers are very generous. And the one thing I want to say, if this is going to be publicly broadcast, is thank you to the villagers. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for being who you are. These kids need help, and you're providing it.
In 2021, they collected more than 350 bikes, and last year they had the biggest year yet with 458 bikes. Last year's annual Special Olympics Florida Sumter County Festival of Trees auction was a success. Inside the Waterfront Inn, attendees bid on almost 30 decorated Christmas trees that were donated by local businesses and groups in this community. By the end of the evening, between the auctions, chance drawings, and grants, $26,600 was raised. Sally Sherman says this was the first year they have had bids on every single tree, and she is hoping they can use the donations to create amazing events for the next year for athletes. 2021 marked the 50th anniversary for the Special Olympics Florida, and Sally says they would not be where they are without the Festival of Trees or without the people who donate their money. The big surprise of the night was the announcement of an anonymous donation of $10,000 to Special Olympics Florida.
Are those jingle bells I hear? Oh no, I guess it's just the cheerleaders in the square. But I love Christmas music in July.
Is diabetes ruining your life? Diabetes Relief Care, located in Majuvia Life Centers on 441 and Lady Lake, can help you get back to your active lifestyle. With our diabetes treatment, insulin is administered as a hormone rather than a drug. Majuvia will co-manage your individualized care plan with your doctor for treatment, testing, and clinical results. Call for a private consultation and see how our diabetes treatment can help you. And yes, we accept Medicare. Visit drcvillages.com or call 352-644-9512.
Welcome back to Christmas in July, your lifestyle news show.
The giving spirit is always alive in this community year-round. But when the holidays come around, residents truly hit it out of the park, as evident by this story about an effort made by softball players right here in the Villages.
We had 4 teams for the fall. Each of the teams, we requested that the players donate monetary contribution, and then each team would put together a basket. So we had a basket raffle, and the purpose of the basket raffle was for the Angel Tree program. Our D1 ladies like to do a charity contribution, and so we've picked the Angel Tree program as our program. At each of the regional rec centers, minus Seabreeze, but they have pink cards, and so you just randomly go in there and select the cards and then purchase the items that are on the cards. It's awesome, and that's why, so my whole goal of this article is not to be a focus on us, but to make others aware of the program, so that, because when I stopped at the rec center, there's still a lot of pink cards left. So tomorrow or whenever this airs, then maybe, yeah, somebody will, you know, they're going to the rec centers every day to go to their clubs. Maybe they'll pick one up because they weren't aware of the program. We raised over $2,500, and so that allotted us to do the 25 kids. So, you know, we'll make 25 more kids happy on Christmas Day, and that's really our goal. Happy holiday!
Ultimately, all softball divisions in the Villages helped with this effort. The gifts benefited Lake Sumter families, fostering faith, hope, and love. Despite dealing with supply chain issues and members being out on vacations, those in the toy department with the Villages Woodworkers Club continue to produce a large amount of handmade toys for the holidays.
Right now, we've been able to produce about 9,600 toys this year, and we're still making. We should be getting close to 10,000 before the end of the year, perhaps a little more. The Sozo Kids in the Ocala Forest are one of our largest clients. We ship toys out all during the year with the number that we're making. We have to start 2nd of January, we're back at it again for next year. We have about 50 volunteers, but really the hardcore, the ones that are here most frequently, we have about a dozen that are doing the vast majority of the work, and the other people are helping out. The painters that you saw earlier are another 24 ladies that are working.
In its very first year, those in the toy department made 142 toys. Volunteers have now produced more than 114,000 toys valued at just over $600,000 that have been donated to organizations throughout the Tri-County area for children in need. Members make about 75 different toys and about 24 varieties of puzzles.
Ho, 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 ho. You know, I love milk and cookies at Christmas time. It's always a lovely thing. But I also like hanging out on the Villages squares with my Villagers friends and having a burger or a margarita.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible, so call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
You're living the dream. Fun times and great tunes. Jackhammering the rock and roll. Delighting up the dance in R&B. It's your Villages house party on your Villages soundtrack. WVLG.
The best mix of music. The songs you love. Your Villages soundtrack. WVLG.
In December, we caught up with members of the Philip C. DeLong Marine Corps League Detachment 1267 as they were busy preparing for their annual Toys for Tots distribution week.
The numbers are pretty phenomenal. Millions and millions of children have been served over the last 75 years with millions and millions of toys and books, stocking stuffers as we call them. It's exponentially grown over the years, obviously, and it's in all 50 states. There's over 400 businesses between Lake and Sumter County that have had boxes. They give us the ages and gender of their children, and it goes from the age of 0 to 12. And we fill up what's necessary. 2 to 3 toys for every child, books, coloring books, crayons, stocking stuffers, along with 2 to 3 toys in every bag. I will say this year, Scholastic Books donated throughout the campaign, through the foundation, over 57,000 books to Lake and Sumter County. So every public school in both counties got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, well, thousands of books, but hundreds of cases of books. Well, everybody deserves a Christmas, and if you need to have a lump and put in your throat, come during distribution week, where every parent is so grateful to get a bag of toys. We had a veteran here yesterday that stopped in and could not afford bikes for his kids, and one of the Fruitland Park sheriffs knew we were here and brought him by, and he literally had tears in his eyes. We loaded him up with 2 bikes, yesterday. It's really important, I think, for every volunteer that's been doing it for over 15 years here, especially, what they do for 3 months. They dedicate 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, from the beginning of October to the end of December. After we are done fulfilling our need for Lake and Sumter County, Hurricane Ian took out almost everything that campaign was, getting started with when they hit. So every campaign in Central Florida is helping the Hurricane Ian victims. So we will probably truckload some stuff down there for them as well, because we can.
Monica says this campaign also gained 270 bikes from a Winn-Dixie bike collection that they will also be giving away. December 12th was the start of distribution week for that Lake and Sumter County Toys for Tots campaign.
Months of coordination, months of toy collecting, months of donations, months of volunteer hours that are numerous. I can't even put a number on the number of hours that goes into it. But today's and this week make it all worthwhile. Everybody's coming to get their toys. There are parents that come through here with tears in their eyes. There are kids in cars that are so thrilled that they're getting something. Every car that has a kid in it right now gets an extra stuffed animal if there's a child in the car. We take care of veterans, we're taking care of Marines. If they have room in their car and they would like a bicycle and there's room, we'll give them a bike.
It helped me every year because times are getting really tough to buy toys for our children, and we're very appreciative of the Toys for Tots and all these people here helping.
I've got 3 grandbabies that I got from the state, and I'm having a rough time. My husband passed away last Thanksgiving, and this is just, to me, it's an answer from God. Think that, well, here Santa Claus came and seen me, no matter where I'm at.
Ho, 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 ho. Who needs a sleigh when you've got a golf cart? Merry Christmas in July.
This hurricane preparedness tip from VNN and WVLG is brought to you by The Villages Insurance.
Hi, this is WVLG Senior Forecaster Dave Toll. Let's discuss the best protection against the dangers of a hurricane. It's simply preparation. Learn about your community's hurricane response plan, create an evacuation plan with members of your household to minimize confusion and fear, plan routes to local shelters, and register family members with special needs. Evacuate if advised to do so by the authorities. Avoid flooded roads. Standard homeowner insurance does not cover flooding For info on flood insurance requirements in your area, visit the National Flood Insurance website at www.floodsmart.gov. And of course, listen to WVLG for live weather reports from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day, along with severe weather updates as warranted throughout the day. Keep listening for more information regarding supplies, pet tips, and detailed information to keep on hand during hurricane season. Presented by the Villages Insurance, and thank you for listening to your Villages Soundtrack, WVLG.
Welcome back to Christmas in July, your lifestyle news show.
A new colorful tradition has developed at the Villages High School as students were busy in early December making holiday-themed paintings along the windows of the school's media center.
Around the holidays, we try to do a winter wonderland fun experience for the kids, give them a little break in their normal activity, and we have them paint the windows. So this year we got rolled canvas and we taped it to the windows and they get to paint it. So throughout the week, everybody gets to see their progression. It's anything they want to do. I provide acrylics for them and the paintbrushes and paper towels and all that stuff. But if they wanted to do a different medium, they could absolutely do it. Just trying to think of something fun for the kids because they do have so much testing and so much work, and we have a lot of very creative students here. So we wanted to come up with something for them to do that would just give them something to relax with and have fun and use their creative side.
Teachers judged the paintings and the top 3 teams all won prizes. The annual tree lighting festivals are always a huge hit in this community. Let's take a closer look at images from the 3 town square events.
Fa la 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 la. And now it's time for some musical entertainment.
North Lake Presbyterian Church was filled with Christmas joy in December as the 135-member resident chorus, the Villages Pops Chorus, hosted the most wonderful time of year. A Christmas concert featuring songs like Silver and Gold, Frosty the Snowman, Believe, and more. Merry Christmas in July from the VNN Lifestyle News Team.
Boy, these Christmas trees sure look different in Florida. But Merry Christmas in July.
The number one complaint that I hear from most of my patients, and remember, some of these patients are here against their will, right? Somebody sent them here. They came in kicking and screaming with their arms crossed. And even those folks will tell me their biggest issue that they think they have, or that they even will acknowledge, is understanding people in social settings. You can have a very subtle high-frequency loss and very good normal low-frequency hearing, and you get into a crowd with noise, you're lost, right? You hear people, but you don't understand them. All you have to do by law to fit somebody with a hearing aid is have them push a button to tones, have them repeat words in a quiet situation, and do bone conduction, where they put a bone oscillator on your head, right? That's all it takes legally. But if somebody tells me, hey doc, I can't hear well in noise, or I'm lost in crowds, don't I want that information? Don't I want to assess that? So speech and noise testing is my favorite test that I run with patients, because it quantifies their acknowledgement of a complaint that they know they have. It lets me show them, compared to normal hearing individuals, this is your handicap in noise.
Rocking, dancing,
Shake your body, baby, do that conga.
relaxing, or romancing. Thank you for listening to Your Village's Soundtrack, WVLG.
The best mix of music, the songs you love. Your Village's Soundtrack, WVLG.